Hello students, today we will discuss about the experiment number 8, that is study of effect of open circuit and short circuit in a simple DC simple circuits. So here let us see what is the aim of this experiment. To study the effect of open and short circuit condition on voltage and current in simple resistive circuits. This is the aim of the experiment. Now apparatus required: regulated power supply 0 to 30 volt, 1 ammeter 0 to 30, 60, 100 milliamps, that is 3 voltmeter 0 to 30 volts, 3 decayed resistance boxes or normal resistance you can use, 3 and connecting wires few. These are the apparatus required. Now we go to the circuit diagram of the open circuit. So that is what circuit diagram we have studied. To study the open circuit faults, a normal circuit diagram is designed here. So a battery is used here along with a resistance is R1, R2 and R3. So R1, it is connected across the supply, and R2 and R3, all R2 and R3 are connected in series, and these two branches are used for the study of the open circuit, right? Now here you can connect an ammeter in this branch supply side and voltmeter across this R1 and one ammeter across this R1 branch, and also voltmeter across this resistance, and one more voltmeter across the R3 resistance, and one ammeter is required because this ammeter will measure the current across this whole branch. So therefore by theoretical way of calculation we can tell that if E3 is 3 volt if you given, then theoretically if we calculate, then current flowing through this is 40 milliamperes. So by doing theoretical calculation, then due to that, if that is 40 milliamperes, V1 will be 3 volt here at this case, and I1 current flow here is 20 milliamperes, R2 is 50 ohm, as R2 is 50 ohm, V2 will be 1 volt, R3 is 100 ohm, V3 is 2 volts, and I2 here is, as it is I2, total I2 across R2 and R3, and it will be 20 milliamperes. So this is a what normal circuit. So you can create a fault in this circuit, right? So here calculation you can use. Before that, going to the fault, this one circuit, let us see how you can do theoretical calculations. You can use this RAB, equivalent evaluation, that is R1 divide R1 is nothing but into R2 plus R3 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3, that will give you 75 ohm. So if you, how I get IS as 40 milliamperes, you can observe here. So E is 3, RAB is 75, you will get a 40 milliamperes. Now I1, how to get this? E by R1, that is 3 by 150, that is 20 milliamperes. I2, 3 by 150, 20 milliamperes. V1, 3 volts, V2, 1 volts, and V3, 2 volts. Like this, theoretically you have to do the calculation. So let us see how the faults are created. So in this case, faults are created like this. So fault are created means first fault is what? As fault 1 is R1 open circuited. So R1 open circuited means this branch is open now. If this branch is open, there will be different values for all these whatever values you have seen in the normal circuit diagram. So here if open circuit here, then all the values will change. For example, here will change to 20 ampere current is changed, instead of 40, V1 will become 0, I1 will become 0. So V2 is as it is, V2 is 1 volts, and V3 is 2 volts, and I2 will be 20 milliamperes. So some values will change as fault is created. So therefore like this you can study the fault, study the effects of faults, because if fault is created, the values of voltage and current will change. So this is the first fault you can do. One more fault is there. R2 is open circuited now. R2 branch is open circuited. At that time what happens? There is no current at this branch. I2 will be obviously 0, and V2 is 0 across this circuit, and V3 is also 0. Only the part of this is available at this section, right? This is our second fault. Third fault is what? Power supply is open circuited. Power supply is open circuited means we will open at the supply only. It will be power supply is open circuit. Remaining will be same. Again the values will be changed. So main thing is IS will become 0 here, and V1 also becomes 0. So that is a 3 faults we have created for open circuit, right? One is R1 is open, R2 is open, and finally power supply is open. Now next we go to the procedure of this procedure of this circuit. So let us see the procedure for the open circuit. Case 1, connections are made as per the circuit diagram. Create the open circuit faults at the different location of the circuit as shown in the figure 2, 3 and 4. For figure 2 it is R1 is open, for figure 3 is R2 is open, and figure 4 is what? Supply is open. Now switch on the power supply and adjust the required voltage in RPS. And now note down the current and voltage readings of a different meter for various fault conditions and compare with the theoretical calculations of the respective open circuit fault condition. So note down the readings, and you have to verify with the theoretical values which you have taken for each fault, and then you have to compare with the practical values. Then decrease the RPS voltage to 0 and switch off the supply. This is for procedure for open circuit. The same procedure is continued for a short circuit, but little bit changes there. Connections are made as per circuit diagram. Same, this one connection. Create the short circuit faults at different location of the circuit as shown in the figure 6 and 7. Now switch on the power supply and adjust the required voltage in RPS. Right. Now note down the current and voltage readings of different meters for various faults and conditions and compare with the theoretical calculation of respective short circuit fault condition. Then decrease the RPS voltage to 0 and switch off the supply. So why I told the procedure of short circuit early only because both are same procedure. So I'll just go to circuit diagram later. Why I told because you can easily compare them. The only thing is common circuit is there, but you have to create a open circuit fault and a short circuit fault. Procedure is common. So for that only early only I have told. This is about open circuit. Now next we go to the short circuit condition. So here already you have gone through the 3 open circuit. Now you see commonly short circuit diagram. So in this case same it is as you have seen in the diagram is same which you have seen in the open circuit. For that purpose I show a procedure I have used the same one. Now you can create a fault here. Fault 1, that is R2 short circuited. So this is what theoretical calculation for you can make for a short circuit. RAB, I1, I2 and I3. You can make theoretical calculations, you will get these values. Now here short circuit fault is R2 is short circuit. R2 short circuit means you have to choose connect one wire across this, right? So if you connect one wire across this resistance, then what happens? It will be shorted. So then the values of whatever the previously standard form of circuit is will be changed. Now this is a one fault, and next fault is what? Fault 2, that is R3 short circuited. So R3 short circuited means there is a second resistance R3 that will be short circuited. So instead of resistance it will be short circuit. Then the different values of the you will get for all the parameters, right? So there will be a tabulation for both open circuit and short circuit. The same tabulation is shown here. So I have not written any. I have not shown the tabulation in the open circuit. So here you can observe here I1, I2, I3 is in current in milliamperes, V1, V2 and V3. You have to measure this. So first condition is no fault for both cases, open circuit and short circuit. You note down common circuit is there. Next you can in open circuit there are 3 faults, and in short circuit there are only 2 faults, right? So to note down the readings by creating the faults, right? So this is a tabulation you have to do. Now result you have to note down, you have to write it here, and conclusion finally, and also answer some lab viva questions, write lab viva questions and answer for them, and also a conduction of part of video is be available in the YouTube. You can observe that.